Hello and welcome to the new HotelFriend property management system updates demonstration. Today I'm excited to show you some new functionalities designed to simplify your daily operations and elevate your guest experience. Today we'll be focusing on new report automation feature that helps to streamline reporting, invoice automation update that makes sending invoices to guests more efficient, Log PIN code automation, check-in, check-out time specification in the emails to the guest, VAT settings and accounting, and more. Let's get started. Let's get started from our reporting. Let's navigate to Reports module. First, let's navigate to Reports module over here. How it was before, we had to enter this module, select specific report we want to generate. We could generate the preview for it. Depending on the report, it could take some time, depending on how much data is being processed during this report generation. And after that, we had to download the PDF of the report. And after that, we could open it and check it. In this update, we added a huge improvement to streamline this process. We added the ability to automate reports generation and email them to the hotel employee. Let's navigate to Automations module. As you can see, we added a new tab called Report Automation. And here, all our report automations will be created. Let's start from creating our very first schedule for the report. As we can see on this model, we have a variety of flexible settings that we can use. First of all, we are choosing the report type that we want to automate. Let's, for example, choose end of day report. Then we want to set up the schedule. When do we want this report to be generated and sent to our email? We have three options here. It can be any day of the month. We have to specify which day. So for example, on 10th of every month, I want this report to be generated. Or we can select the last day of the month, or like last day of the month. We don't have to specify any other details here. The system will automatically do that. Or we can select some day of the week, one or few or all the days. So for example, if I want to receive this report daily, I'm just simply checking on all these checkboxes and I select when I want this report to be generated. So for example, I want at midnight, and then I select the report period or time frame. That means for what period this report be generated. For this specific report, we have three options: current day, previous day, or and days backward. As I want to receive this report every day, I can just select previous day, and at midnight every day I'm receiving end of day report for the previous day. Let's save this. Now we can see our automation schedule for end of day report is created. We can see the name of the report. We can see a brief description when this report will be sent to us. We also have to enable this automation if we need. We can also edit it anytime, or we can delete it anytime. For now, this report will be sent only to me because I created this automation for myself. Other employees of my hotel won't receive this report. So for this employee, we can specifically, each employee can set up the set of reports just for them, that they will receive at specific schedule. So what else we have to note here? So each report has its own time frames and options. For example, accounting balance report has this much options for generation. It's always shifted from the reports module, so nothing changed about the time frames for each report. But there are a variety of settings that can be used for automation. And the interesting is this custom option over here. This option allows us to set the offset of the report, date offset, in relation to the current date. For example, if I want to generate this report for some custom amount of days, like I want to generate this report like 3 days before my current date, like the data I collect for this report, right? So this custom option allows us to set up a custom time frame in days in relation to current date. So for example, if I want to generate this report like minus week from today, like 7 days before, or and 7 days after, I can set this here. Also, I have to select day of month when I want this report to be generated. We can select last day of month, for example, and execution time, any suitable execution time for us, and we can save this automation schedule, and we can see that there is no specification of when exactly, what exact time frame will be included in the report due to custom option. But still, this option is valid and sometimes can add even more flexibility to our report generations. This is pretty much it about this feature. Also, some reports have some specific fields. For example, guest report have the ability to order it by the guest name or company room. So all these report specific fields, they are all transferred here. So from now, just set up the schedule for all the report that interest you, and you will get them by email according to the schedule. This is pretty much it about this feature. Let's move on to the next feature, which also is about automation. So we did quite a lot in our automation module this time. So the next automation I want to talk about is our sending invoice automation. As you remember, before we had after self-checkout automation, which allowed us to automate sending invoices to the guest after the procedure of self-checkout. Now we improved this feature. So we replaced it with the send invoice after checkout. And now every time the reservation changes the status to check it out, if this automation is enabled, the guest will send the email with all his invoices, open or paid, attached to that email. This is a new email by the new template called confirmation of your checkout and invoice, and here you can see the example of it. So invoices will be attached to this email, which helps to send invoices more efficiently without remembering to send them manually. Just set up this automation and you don't have to worry about it. Let's move on to our next automation, which is here, door lock pin code. This automation works very well for the clients who doesn't have our door lock system providers integrated, but they want to somehow send door lock pins to the guest. We added this automation here. So before, as we remember, there was this option in reservation where you could enter your PIN and send it to the guest right away. Now there is a possibility to automate this process. So we have to enable this automation here. Before that, we have to set up days in advance when we want this automation to work. Usually we want to send the door PIN to the guest at the day of arrival, or we can select like 1 day prior arrival according to our needs. After that, as we can see at the booking view, as we refresh it, we have this view a little bit changed. The send button disappears. We have the save button. So we are entering the PIN code for the door for this particular reservation. We save it. And at the day of the arrival, the guest will receive the email with this PIN code. All right, that's it about this feature. Let's move on to our next feature. For that, let's navigate to room rates module, and specifically check-in and age tab. Here we extended our check-in time setting. Sometimes we need our guest to see the specific time frames for the check-in, or when check-in or check-out is possible. So for this purpose, we added this new field, check-in time till and check-out time from. And now, whenever our guest receives the email about reservation details, they also see these time frames. So, for example, in this email, there were time frames. In booking confirmation email, booking offer email, everywhere where the guest sees the block with the reservation details, under check-in, check-out times, he'll see these time frames. And also, these time frames will be displayed on the booking engine when the guest will be booking some room. All right, let's move on to the next settings. In settings general, we extended the VAT module by adding discount account ID field. This field is really needed for some clients for their accounting and reporting, and it allows to match some discount account ID with the VAT rate, and in some report exports like data format report, this data will be displayed. Also, we improved the discounting in our orders for this matter. So every time we adding a discount to the order, this discount will be equally split between all the VAT rates, and also specifically in data format report, all this data will be accordingly displayed. For this matter, because some clients need more extensive functions and settings for the reporting and accounting, we added this possibility here. Also, we added a little more customization for booking engine in terms of showing or hiding hotel location map. So this is now optional. You can set it up in the booking engine settings, and hotel location map will appear or disappear from your booking engine. This is it about the new features. Also, as always, we are improving our system and working on some updates of usability, UI, and fixing some issues. This time we made some minor refinements in info blocks and info pages in the concierge module. Now you don't have to set all the translations for your pages. You can optionally set only one and then come back to it later for other languages. Also, we fixed the problem with connecting door action, and now when we connecting one room to another, it will be reflected in both rooms. Also, there were some improvements with quota management that were related with out of service status. So this problem is also resolved in this release. We fixed accounting balance report and F&B management report in terms of downloading when it is related to huge reports for the huge time frames. So now this issue is resolved. Also some minor German translations in some email titles, and fixed some small issues related to service creation, booking restrictions, and reservation import, specifically for reservations in cancelled by guest status. So tried our best for improving your experience and your guests' experience. Thank you for attention and stay tuned, and I'll see you the next time.